Feeling tired, sluggish, and let's face it, not exactly manly lately? Let's talk about why. Today I'm sharing 10 reasons why you're unknowingly sabotaging your testosterone levels. And if you stick around, I'll tell you how to fix it. Spoiler, it's not by eating tofu or working 80 hours a week. So let's dive in. Here's the thing. Testosterone levels today are in free fall. It's like a bad stock chart, except the only dividends you're getting are brain fog, belly fat, and zero energy. But don't worry, if you're doing any of these 10 things, you've already signed up for the crash course on hormonal disaster. Number 1, you avoid sunlight and embrace artificial light. Why let that free testosterone booster called the sun touch your skin when you can bask in the warm glow of your laptop screen instead? Sunlight is critical for triggering vitamin D production, which acts as a hormone precursor. No sunlight, no vitamin D. And no vitamin D means your testosterone factory is operating on fumes. Plus, staying indoors all day really complements your ghostly complexion. So don't do that. Number 2, you don't worry about sleep. You'll sleep when you're dead. That's a great plan, except that skipping sleep is one of the fastest ways to speed up the whole dead part. Testosterone is primarily produced during deep sleep or slow wave sleep, that restorative phase when your body is repairing and recharging, and that occurs predominantly in the first half of your night. But here's the twist. Your serum testosterone levels actually peak during REM sleep onset, which predominantly occurs during the second half of the night. And this means if your sleep cycle is out of whack, you're sabotaging both production and how testosterone is released into your system. Long story short, no quality sleep, no quality testosterone. But hey, at least you're caught up on those late night emails, right? Number 3, you slather on toxic skincare products. You've got a shelf full of creams maybe and lotions and serums that smell. I know you're not a woman, but even shampoos, perfume, deodorant, all of the things that you likely use on a daily basis are laden with endocrine disrupting chemicals like parabens and phthalates and other things you do not want to have on your skin, because these chemicals act like fake estrogen, hijacking your testosterone's job and telling it to go on a permanent vacation. So what you need to do is you need to dump all of those skincare products in the trash and buy ones that are free of those endocrine disrupting chemicals. Separate resource, I'm going to link all down below in the description so you can check out what I recommend you use for soap, lotion, etc., etc. Number 4, you drink bottled and unfiltered tap water. Nothing screams hydration goals like guzzling water filled with microplastics, fluoride, and chemicals that mimic estrogen. BPA, often found in plastic bottles, directly interferes with testosterone production. And if you're thinking now, well, but I have a bottle that says BPA free, well, BPA free does not mean it's endocrine disrupting chemical free. There is BPF, there are other BPs that companies often use because nobody worries about them yet. Most people just think if it's BPA free, it's chemical free. That is not the case. That's just greenwashing, and you want to make sure you do not consume water bottled in plastic or unfiltered tap water, because tap water is also filled with chemicals that your local water treatment facility does not check, care, filter, or anything else for. Number 5, you consume a ton of soy and other estrogenic plants. Soy, the darling of the plant-based diets. But they're packed with phytoestrogens. Soy acts like estrogen in your body, essentially giving testosterone the middle finger. And it's not just tofu. Soy hides in processed foods, protein bars, and even your fancy vegan lattes. So if you're wondering why you feel off after a soy-filled smoothie bowl, there is your answer. Number 6, you follow the USDA Food Pyramid, aka My Plate. You remember that food pyramid, your doctor recommended? Turns out it's more like an upside-down triangle of testosterone doom. High-carb, low-fat diets starve your body of cholesterol, the building block of testosterone. Oh, and all those heart-healthy whole grains, they are spiking your insulin, which directly suppresses testosterone. But hey, at least you're following the science, right? Number 7, you store all your food in plastic containers. Let me guess, you love those stackable plastic food containers, super convenient, right? Well, testosterone friendly, not so much. Plastic leaches chemicals like BPA and phthalates into your food, and these endocrine disruptors wreak havoc on your hormones. So basically, your leftovers are marinating in a side of fake estrogen. Bon appetit. Number 8, you avoid saturated fat and cholesterol because your doctor told you so. Saturated fat and cholesterol have been villainized for decades, but guess what? They are literally the building blocks of testosterone. Your body uses cholesterol to synthesize this crucial hormone. When you avoid these fats because doctor's orders, you're cutting off testosterone at the source. So if you're swapping steak and eggs for oat milk and bran muffins, don't be surprised when your testosterone calls it quits. Number 9, you don't exercise or lift weights. Testosterone thrives on physical challenges, especially resistance training. But if your idea of exercise is walking to the fridge or typing really fast, your hormones are sitting on the bench. Strength training doesn't just boost testosterone, it signals your body to prioritize muscle over fat. Skip it, and you're sending the exact opposite message. Number 10, you think you're thriving on 80-hour work weeks and chronic stress? Well, congratulations on living that grind life. But chronic stress pumps your body full of cortisol, which directly suppresses testosterone. It's like a seesaw. When cortisol is up, testosterone is down. And then add in the fact that you're probably fueling this madness with caffeine and junk food, and you've created the perfect storm for hormonal disaster. But hey, you're crushing it, right? So here's the truth. If you keep this up, the consequences aren't just low testosterone. We are talking about weight gain, brain fog, depression, and a complete lack of drive. Not just in the bedroom, but in life. And the worst part, this is all preventable. The good news? Fixing these things doesn't require fancy treatments or magic pills. Start getting sunlight, prioritize sleep, clean up your diet, ditch the plastic, and stop avoiding foods your body actually needs, like cholesterol and saturated fats. For more details on any of those topics, check out all of the resources I'm going to link down below. I know that's a whole lot of resources, but trust me, none of this is rocket science. It's all fairly simple. It just takes a concerted effort in many areas of your life, including diet, obviously, exercise, sleep, all the basics that we've been discussing on this channel, on the Primary Shift podcast, as well as on the blog. So check out those resources if you want to learn more. If you're maybe interested in xenoestrogens, those endocrine disrupting chemicals, there are resources for that. If you're considering hormone replacement therapy, check out an extra video on that. It's actually a podcast interview where I talk about why you might not want to do that and some alternatives, natural ways of boosting testosterone. All of that linked down below, so check it out. Don't take low testosterone for granted. There are lifestyle choices that you've likely been making that cause low testosterone. It's not normal. Even though the normal range these days is anything from 250 up, that is BS. You want to be definitely above 500, and there are easy ways to get there, for most people. So check out those resources I mentioned before, linked all down below. And, get your life back in order. You can do it. And with more testosterone, you have better drive, better performance, better motivation. Life is just better if you have optimal level of testosterone. So let's take control back together, and I'll see you in the next video.